Hell no.
Yeah, let's go. United Front. Tahir RBG. Yeah. Let's go. I can't shake it loose. This the hate produced. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil. Ain't no truce. Raise it another level. Shame the devil. Say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you. I can't shake it loose. This the hate produced. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil. Ain't no truce. Raise it another level. Shame the devil. Say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you. You beat pale skin beast. I hate your red, white, and blue. And cool cuts plan sheets. I hate your president, your senate, and your campaign speech. I hate the British and the Romans and the goddamn Greeks. It's no peace, yeah. Moral persuasion doesn't work with Caucasians. You speak his language through violence with guns blazing. So what I'm saying, negotiating with Satan is the waste of time. You out your African mind. Gonna make these devils pay for every single crime ever committed. Cracker, you did it, now it's time to die. I sprayed a ratchet, I batted, no moving backwards. I'm sending bullets at crackers and all faggots. Forward is the motion. Killing devils on different levels, concocting potions to stop them from encroaching. On our way of life, I got a knife to slit his throat quick. Get my people hyped, cause what I write is always dopeness. I can't shake it loose, this the hate produced. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truce. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you. I can't shake it loose, this the hate produced.
This the hate you
I'm
made.
here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truce. Raise it another level, shame the devil,
Don't be
say the
scared
truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you.
Take a step in my lane, I'm projecting the pain. Visions and pictures in my veins of us tortured and slain. So many sons and daughters slaughtered, some known on the name. Bringing my eye to the situation is why I came. I shake every pet nation, go exterminate. Marcus Garvey, Mugabe, politics, run them all away. KPI type methodology, how the gods slay. Try life and I don't play. Kill these crackers in broad day. Enter the scene, got them clean and watch me swerve out it. Big juju in my pocket, I ain't worried about it. That go for grown-ups to babies. Salute my Baba Khalid, Muhammad. We solid, I call for violence, is very valid. Yeah, murder these devils, it's divine order. We opposites, I reject the mixing like oil and water. Africa for Africans, representing them words strong. I say shut them borders down and let us get a purge on.
I can't shake it loose, this the hate produced. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truce. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you. I can't shake it loose, this the hate produced. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truce. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you.
This ain't no Kumbaya vibe, my Yasa is a war tribe. That's my war cry, double H famine, it's wartime. Devils want it all, was peaceful coexistence. Anti-separation, he's violently resistant. Coupe tech, bullet high, hit the deck when bullets fly. The devil won't change and needs to be euthanized. The stupidness, foolish minds, you will get used, you blind. Suicide, trusting this cracker is suicide. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know the play. That peace talk is juvenile, it really don't hold no weight. Fighting hate with love sounds great in theory, but never ever ever worked in history. Name one place that this cracker went. Name one place that this cracker left alone. I bet that they was war prone. Keep a piece in your wardrobe and know the world's a war zone.
I can't shake it loose, this the hate produced. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truce. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you. I can't shake it loose, this the hate produced. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truce. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you.
The assault against African-centeredness is increasing in size and magnitude. There's a lot of fear in our community. There's a lot of need to be validated and loved by enemies in our community. There's a lot of need to run from who you are because it is something that you despise. Self-hatred and mentricide are deep, and it seems like they're growing deeper. But what I see in front of me tells me that it's not victorious. If there's one person sitting here, then that means that we haven't lost. And we have a lot of work to do, and we need to focus our attention on our children because they're the ones who are the primary targets right now on this issue and every other issue of insanity. It turns us into somebody who we are not. If we're going to win, we have to produce warriors.
Initiated, student of the EWA, so baptized by the warrior teachers. I'm training, learning how to shoot the gauge while you burning safe playing video games. This message here is for the RBG brigade. Shed blood, bring peace, that's the warrior's way. Libation is the blood, sweat, and tears. Ibaye, Ashe, I'm bringing death to the quiz. I wanna live, so I die for the kids. Back smack gangsters coming home from bids. Free your dome, you only hard to kill your own. A straight race traitor, the white man's clone. Marita man, I'ma continue to plan. Choke the life out of a cracker with my bare hands. That's my word, my deed and my thought. From sun up to sundown, true warriors fought.
This needs to be emulated everywhere we are at. Those people who are calling themselves warriors, well, the root word of warrior is war. And either you're playing games and trying to be a fake thug, or you really are about the business of protecting your community because you realize that we are at war. And you act like we are at war, not like we are at peace.
Firm handshake, look a brother in the eye so I could tell if he fake. I could see through the disguise if he got a forked tongue, speaking disrespectful lies. Asata Baba Baruchi, respect him cause he wise. Dropping wisdom on the pages, so stand up and be courageous. Our enemies engaging with grenades and shotty gauges, with machetes, with the razors, with the stick or with the stone, or bare knuckles to their faces. Got a hatred for the races, other times are for the traitors. Won't forget about the lynchings, how they fed us to the gators. Real gangsters protect their neighbors, won't betray us for some paper. Our secrets keep it sacred, our legacy's the greatest. They the greatest, cause they haters, they some haters. I drop it like an anchor with the hopes that it'll change us. The artificial flavors. You wanna be a player while they hanging, so which team you playing for, the underdog or for the face?
Warriors are supposed to be about the business of defending those people in their community. They're supposed to be about the business of making people comfortable, giving them a safe space. People say warriors are healers, and they are. Sometimes healing is that tough love thing where you gotta handle people in a particular way. But our job is to make it so that our people have all obstacles removed from their way in being African.
UFG. Check. Brooke, shout out to Lone Star RBGs. Tahir all United Front. I want to thank y'all, man. University Ave, all the support, all the love through the years. Stand of the road. Yeah. It's the moment of revenge. All my people. Last stop on this train. May your spirit live on forever. Train and liberation. That's to the O. Let's go. Queen Jasira Green. Jay Black. Irritated Genie. What up, Wild? Yeah. Gloria Asiatic. Let's go. The guard true. Yeah. I love y'all, man, for real. Let's go. Yeah, I got so many things to say, but little time to say it. My grandmama told me that your life is what you make it. My ancestors told me human life is what is sacred. And love is something real, but not impossible to fake it. Most brothers base their life on trying to get a sister naked. Gain material possessions, manhood measured by their paper. Self-worth determined by a decimal and comma. Harder to develop honor growing up without a father. We need some body armor, but you waiting on karma to fight this wicked beast while you puffing on a scammer. You can smoke the ganja, but you can't escape your problem. Saw a brother on a train eating change like Obama. A penny for his thoughts, so I gave the man $1 and he dropped some knowledge on me. He had wisdom like a scholar. He told me keep cool and never ever follow a fool on the battlefield, cause he'll be the groom to recite the fatal nuptials and marry the tomb. Always be certain, never try to assume that every mess can be cleaned with a mop and a broom. Hit every cop in the room if you popping your ooze. Mud stains on his clothing and his knuckles all swollen. It seemed like he was glowing after every word spoken. His voice sounded raspy from the cigarette smoking. I dropped some more change inside the cup that he was holding. I told him keep talking. He said let's walk. Then old Malcolm X tape speeches playing in his Walkman. It had a button missing and he said that it was given when his daughter came to visit him in prison on Christmas. Some people kept their distance from the stench that he emitted, but they mingled with these dirty, filthy crackers. What's the difference? I asked him for his name, and his eyes showed pain like the child that's lost, searching for mommy in the rain. I'm the African they stolen, beaten, treated like a slave. I'm the African rebelling, slicing crackers with the blade, the one thrown overboard to trying to miss the waves, the one who sacrificed my life so someone else was saved, the one you keep forgetting whose history's unwritten. I made a contribution, just hoping I made a difference. People call me Mumia, some call me Matulu, some call me Sundiata. Can't get this wisdom on YouTube. The brother who was linked, cause some house Negro snitched, beaten and castrated, body thrown inside a ditch. I'm the one who made the commitment, while others ride the fence to one, and he stopped short, leaving me in suspense. He pulled out the mirror, asked me, what do you see? He said, brother, I am we, you a reflection of me. That's real. The moment's revenge.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. Night in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get back to the
motive
gritty
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.
Knowledge bone. What's the science, baby?
Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Knowledge Bone. What's the science, baby? After midnight edition, broadcasting live here on the Knowledge Radio. It's your host, Knowledge Bone Live. Make sure from wherever you are listening to and will listen from, take an opportunity to come to www.youtube.com/Do the Knowledge Radio. That's DOTHAKNOWLEDGERADIO. Subscribe, comment, share. If you find benefit in what is provided here on this platform, please let another Black person know that we're here. Let them know that we exist for the sole purpose of our people only, Black people only, African people only. This is one of the few stations that exist for us. Full, not full boat, okay? So you can come get some of that full over here. You can subscribe to the show, as I said, here, www.youtube.com/Do Knowledge Radio. You can go to our hub site, e-commerce site, www.doknowledgeradio.com, and check out our show stuff. You can contact me there. You can make donations there. You can actually get some apparel if you click shop. You can get a link to our DTK apparel store via Teespring. Also, you can follow the show on Twitter. I'm back over there sharing some of the stuff from the show as well. So you can follow the show on Twitter at KnowledgeBorn15 on Twitter, and on Instagram at KnowledgeBorn357 on Instagram at KnowledgeBorn357. Share things there as well. You can see the litany of guests that we had on in the past, just scrolling through there, and also get a look and see who's coming up. Let me just add this in real quick so I don't forget it. Do Knowledge Radio presents Black Goddess Empowerment Series. September is dedicated to the upliftment of the Black Goddess. Help show love and empowerment to the Black Goddess by providing health and beauty tips, motivation, and more. If you're interested, DM ASAP to be put on the schedule. So you can see the platform. You can see I posted different places. Knowledge Born Live, Do Knowledge Radio. Any of those places on Facebook. And, secure your slot and come through. Show the goddess some love. Also, if you're looking to be a guest on the platform and get products, services, talents, skills, books, music, whatever you have, whatever you provide that is useful for our people, or whatever organization that you're in, or whatever, spiritual affiliation or political affiliation, you're welcome here if you're doing work to benefit our people. So we have paid interview slots. We also have the opportunity for you to host your own broadcast, as you've seen with some of the people who are on the platform. They host their own shows. So you got the opportunity there. We have discounted rates available for paid interview slots, and also to start your own series here. So you can email me, doknowledgeradio@gmail.com for that. If you're looking to do that, again, that's doknowledgeradio@gmail.com for that. Or, you can hit me on Twitter or Instagram, or go to doknowledgeradio.com and click contact. So all that information will come to me, and we can talk about it. Make sure that you use the hashtag DTK Redeem for the discount, whether it's an interview or whether it's a show series. So looking to expand in that way, and get it to where we had it before on the previous platform, strictly audio, And those archives can be viewed www.blogtalk.com/Do Knowledge Radio. We have almost 1,200 shows over there. And go over there, you can jam. We got music over there. We got a bunch of guests. All of the things that you might see over here, we have more over there. So about 1,200 shows over here, and we're approaching 700 shows over here. So like a combined 1,900. We just had the 1,800 show celebration, right, in the 5-year anniversary. But we, actually closer to 1,900 shows. Right? So this is a great opportunity to come. We have people from all over the planet who tune in and have become a part of this, this platform. So definitely that. And if you are on our YouTube channel, our channel is monetized now. So you can show support to the channel by making a donation via super chat. That option is available. If not, and you want to support the station or support our community initiatives, you can do so. As you see the ticker going across the screen, Cash App, $ Knowledge Worldwide, or PayPal.me/Do Knowledge Radio. So, any of those 3 ways, we're here to seek to make a difference. We are helping in our communities, feeding children 5 days a week. And we've been doing so since March. So, about 6 months now, and looking to close the year out. And also provide coats and shoes and boots and gloves and hats and scarves and holiday meals and all. While many of us may not celebrate these things, these are great opportunities to impact lives and families of people who don't have it, just to be plain about it. These are great opportunities to show them that people love them and care for them, So everything that is received on one way or another goes, basically directly to them. So we're doing the best that we can. So if you make a purchase to get some apparel, making a donation, whatever it is, all of it is geared towards that effort. So we're continuing to go and to move in that space and making a difference. So if you want to support that effort, you can do so. You see the donations right there, and also via super chat or whatever the case may be. So I think that was everything. Administrative. So it's after 12 o'clock. Yesterday was our brother Lord Jamal's born day. Shout out to him. Good brother. Make sure y'all check out the interview that we did over here together. It was amazing. It was empowering. We had Ensuring Our Black Future today with our sister Dawn Douglas, aka Divinity Goddess, come through, show us some love, and tell us that September is also Life Insurance Awareness Month. So if you don't have these provisions in place, you are being a detriment to your next generations, those people that will come after you. So make sure y'all get with her and catch her here every third Thursday of the month, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So she does a myriad of things and offers a myriad of products and services, from notary to Reiki to life insurance. She's a poet. So many things from this amazing goddess that, I could go at length and name it. And she really sincerely, truly cares about our people. So we support and uplift our goddesses. As you can see, October is dedicated to Black God empowerment. So, you know, this will be carried over into next month. And I think we're gonna ride the year out with some other kind of things for the month. So November and December it'll be some kind of month, you know, the youth and the elders, you know. So just opportunities there again to see and sense of love and gratitude and empowerment. All right, so let's get into what we got today. We like a day away from so much that's going on. Today is, well, in the morning it'll be Friday. And we got our sister Queen Khalifa coming on. We got Baba Me, Mama and Koyo, the new African royal family of the Uru Academy will be in the building live at 5, talking truth, traffic, and Black Goddess empowerment. We get all of that in one. And then also at 6, we got, you know, our revolutionary warrior sister, the Goddess Khalifa, will be in the building sharing her story and giving out some empowerment as well. So that is going down on Friday, Saturday. We got the Goddess Unica Monet coming through on her born day, taking time away from her born day to come through, show some love and empowerment. The Less Nobody's CEO will be in the building at 3 p.m. And at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got the Vanguard coming through. United Front, breaking down Harriet's Shotgun Project. So myself and special guest host for that day, Sister Ray. Y'all know that warrior goddess and how she brings it. So I'm going to do a breakdown, track for track, motivation, inspiration, jewels, whatever. It's going to have a good time. That album, Shotgun for Shotgun, right here, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday, we got National Minister Defense of Black Rights Liberation Party, Minister King Samir Shabazz, and our 5-star General Taka Wolverine Shakur will be in the building on Jean-Jacques Dessalines Tribute Day. All right, so it's going down on Sunday. Monday, the Mississippi, the goddess of Mississippi Motivational Monday will be in the building, giving some empowerment. The goddess Terry Dawson will be in the building. You know, it's a long time since y'all heard that name. She will be in the building this Monday. So along with that, we're paying homage and ode to that Pan-African warrior, Kwame Nkrumah, on his born day on the 21st. So it's a powerful weekend coming up. Going all the way into Monday. And Tuesday, we will have Boss Talk with Harlem's own King Bossed Up Stacks, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have this right here. Put this up there. Boom. One-on-one weekly session, real talk and new order. Not I, but we. Dream Team every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? We got that. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got Sonic and Goma. New day, new time, powerful guest. Baba Imhotep Fatu will be in the building this Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Tuesday is packed, 5, 6, 7. Wednesday, we got Warrior Wednesday, Black Survivor Die series, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, let me get that real quick. Black Survivor Die series every Wednesday, Warrior Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all be in the building for that. National Minister Defense Black Riders Liberation Party and National Deputy Field Marshal, New Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. Minister King Samuel Shabazz every Warrior Wednesday will be here. Okay? So that, I believe, is all I'm going to share in the way of administration. I believe. Okay? We showed the new designs yesterday. See that? Black Goddess Protocol. Black God Protocol. And bars. Black African Revolutionary Soldiers. Okay? So, we got that.
Knowledge bone. What's the science, baby?
So let me read from Inyasa 7. The Calendar of Revolutionary Daily Thoughts by Jingle Living Ancestor. Baba Dr. and Wally K. Bomani, Peru. I'm going to read September 18. Not to see the blow coming is sometimes understandable, but to fail to see what has struck one, even when the blow has been received, betrays a serious defect in adjustment. That's a quote from Willie E. Abraham. Let's get into Bible's explanation. Because Europeans grew up without a civilizing influence, they came on the scene as invaders with no intellectual or spiritual foundation grounded in centuries of trial and error. They simply graduated from childhood into adulthood using others' technology, machine, ideas, religion, without learning the important lessons maturation brings through struggle in a real, not manufactured or stolen world, while others learn from experience and the interactive influence of others. Europeans came to power so quickly and violently that they never grew out of a child's psychology. In their case, a psychosis that only knows selfish, insatiable appetites and aggression. Now that they have existed long enough and have unavoidably been kept in the presence of feeling wise peoples, they have discovered the need to humanize themselves into mature adults, and they expect to emotionally mature without experiencing any guilt for what they have done. This is why so much of their energy is being used in order to find inner peace, a quality they feel can be acquired via osmosis or imitation. This is also why they are working so hard to have others participate in their maturation in order to be seen as mature. Human adults must have everyone else's approval. Affirmation. I see the effects of Western lies. The affirmation states, I see the effect of Western lies. The affirmation states, I see the effect of Western lies. So that is Robert's explanation from Inya Sassem. The calendar of revolutionary daily thoughts. This can be purchased by going to www.occupanthouse.com. The chief funding source for the African Center Institution, been in existence for 21 years, Occupant Institute. So let's continue to make these purchases to solidify and fortify our elders doing the tireless work of preparing our next generation of warriors to continue where we left off. So let's see what else I got. What else I got? September is Black Reading Month, so might as well read something here. One of our scholars. So I'll read a little something. Give us a few minutes. Let's go. Just get something real quick. Excuses. Politics of interracial coupling in European culture. Let's go to chapter 6, the ideal type. You have been raised in Western society. You have been brainwashed to believe that European women are simply more beautiful than any other, even including a colored exotic discovered here or there. This fact is almost never openly stated, but it is a subconsciously accepted truth. The confusion intentionally left by that unspoken fact leads many of us to believe that the colorless hype, that women of all races are accepted as being equally beautiful in the so-called melting pot we live in. So, those of us who consciously recognize the truth of liars and actively promote the natural internal and external beauty of African women are accused of playing the reverse racism game. If not that, then we are said to be doing no more than trying to paint the naturally beautiful European female black without fail. African apologists for white supremacy try this tactic to bring us in line, but we have good reason to refuse their confused defenses of white beauty. Eurocentric politics have everything to do with defining European women's beauty as ideal, as with the myth of a European enlightenment before African civilization. Our traditional definitions of female beauty have been corrupted and dismissed by an arrogant and purposeful European top of racial hierarchy that is compelled to define itself as the best in everything of lasting worth, or admit that Europeans are ignorant and wrong about so many things, as the claim to be an absolute ultimate truth is a psychological necessity for the European mentality. Europeans know They must be seen by everybody else as the model of human beauty. When someone must lead the community in asking what natural beauty, where is the beauty in the Ally McBeal or Pretty Woman? I don't get it. There's nothing except jagged edges coated with pale skin. This is the beauty which we are supposed to aspire to and fall for. That's a question. Good question. Nothing there whatsoever indicates female or maternal. Things in most societies, walk or vocal pitch or hair or attire no longer apply to gender definitions in the so-called open-minded society. So, are we defining nothing as beauty? In turn, are we saying an absence of external features or literally nothing outside necessarily indicates inner beauty? Saddest of all is that now, true to our practice of trying to be them, so many of our daughters are also striving to disappear. How could you possibly define the media presentation of European women as the ideal beauty unless they are controlling your daughters and you are creating and controlling those definitions? And don't try to play on the beauty of all human argument. We're not questioning whether or not Europeans are the crowning achievement in human beauty or barely resemble humans at all. Here and now, that question is irrelevant and distracting. The point is that the cultural intentionally does not define all humans as beautiful. It cannot, or white supremacy cannot prevail. What's worse, though, is that we take their lead in our interpretations of our own beauty, or we will accept something which is naturally ours, such as having a behind or breast or lips as worthy of a compliment only after they publicly admit to finding it desirable and find a way to surgically implant it onto others. No matter what they appropriate from others, they remain the ideal, the goal, the look and mentality to which we aspire. As a conveniently forgotten example, as soon as one of us, based on the one drop of African blood rule, was declared Miss America, we dropped the already less preferred Miss Black America from our vision of the most beautiful, no matter how many sexes, a circus, the Miss America and Miss Universe pageants, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues, the Penthouse, and the Playboy symbolize who and what are judged to be the most beautiful females among us too. Our lack of control over our images in the media is a perfect example of this. Our acceptance of any image with a declared or assumed black skin is an even better example. Close examination of every form of media, from department store catalogs to the silver screen, reveals a redefining, or rather more intense reviving, of what an African looks like according to what a minority of Africans who appear phenotypically closer to European than African. The current accelerated replacement of African males and females with biracial African European and African Asian offspring evinces this redefinition. Those with an African center would ask who does this redefinition benefit? Colorism is not what is being discussed here. Africans are not controlling / managing the image, no matter how loudly they broadcast the incomes of very few key exploited players. It disproportionately benefits the masters of racist culture. Others are simply pawns in the game. Yet we practice the European model of racial hierarchy and have adopted it. Any value we believe we independently, consciously or not, attach to our complexions in our communities is merely a pathetic imitation of its racist beliefs at the societal level. So, in this new age of consciousness, raising it must be realized that we cannot embrace a color-based hierarchy among Africans without, at some level, accepting as truth a hierarchy of color among humans. There is no denying that the social organization of our community along the lines of color precisely mimics the order fabricated by white supremacy. Black American, Black America, Africans serve a classic microcosm and a white supremacist global macrocosm. The only appreciable difference is that we discriminate without power. With so much time seeking to retrieve or adopt those who have publicly stated they want no part of us. We even stress out trying to force remembrance into blacks who prefer to be gray, European, some nonsensical deracialized label, or desperately claim to just happen to be black. Black people who want above all things not to be black are the most pitiable and comical people in the world. What is most telling about the males in this particular group is that their most often exclusive search for European women is guys and the inclusive rhetoric of multi this and we're all human that. The rhetoric is selfish, subjective, and individualistic. It has nothing to do with humanity. Such an approach is incorrect. It is regressive, genocidal thinking, and this classic technique of Negroes, beggars, and slaves, the mentality of the truly vanquished. Africans need to be able to identify enemies without confusion. Let those who want not to be associated with anything African go. We have too much work to do. With the ecstatic adoration and praising of European male and female actors and cartoon characters as hunks and babes were by live and animated African male and female performers guide the thought and opinion of viewers in our family. Since Africans disproportionately watch more television than any other group, over 70 hours a week on average, which breaks down to into over 10 hours every day of the week. This commercial medium is over influential on the African psyche. We need to be extra careful of embracing endorsements by actors who presume to speak for us but serve others. It's most interesting that they only speak, that only when it speaks, excuse me, it is most interesting that only when it benefits European image, it is safe to speak of African interests and opinions as monolithic or uniform or similar. Along these same lines, one of the main problems with books sanctioned by European publishers is in the excessively eloquent adjectives Africans use to describe Europeans. Descriptions some Africans use to refer to Europeans, such as he was startling, handsome blonde, followed by lovely brunette nurse, and devastatingly beautiful woman exemplify this. The point is not that they're not beautiful. That irrelevance has already been stated. The point is the lengths we go beyond what's necessary to say that they are. The instruction most of us were given about having to be 2 or 3 times as good as a European to just make it applies here also. In order to be successful in their fantasy world, you must express an even greater appreciation of and interest in their lives, thoughts, and appearances than others do, including themselves. Two quotes reflecting this insanity, both out of the minds of African men, immediately come to mind. Out of the blackest part of my soul, across the zebra striping of my mind, surges the desire to suddenly be white. I wish to be acknowledged not as black, but as white. Now, who but a white woman can do this for me? By loving me, she proves that I am worthy of white love. I am loved like a white man. I am a white man. Her love takes me onto the noble road that leads to total realization. I marry white culture, white beauty, white whiteness. When the restless hands caress those white breasts, they grasp white civilization and dignity and make them mine. There is no love left between a black man and a black woman. Take me for instance. I love white women and hate black women. It is just in me, so deep that I don't even try to get it out of me anymore. I just jump over 10 nigga bitches just to get one white woman. Ain't no such thing. White woman is beautiful, even if she's bald headed and only has one tooth. It's not just the fact that she's a woman that I love. I love her skin, her soft, smooth white skin. I like to just lick her skin as if it was sweet, fresh honey flows from her pores and just to touch her long, soft, silky hair. There's a softness about a white woman, something delicate and soft inside her. But a nigga bitch seems to be full of steel, granite hard, and resisting, not soft and submissive like a white woman. Ain't nothing more beautiful than a white woman's hair being blown in the wind. The white woman is more than a woman to me. She's like a goddess, a symbol. My love for her is religious and beyond fulfillment. I worship her. I love a white woman's dirty drawers. Another African woman, another by an African woman rounds out what might otherwise be considered a gender biased presentation. A lot of black men that I met in the village were hung up on white women. Some of them will come right out and tell you, man, I can't dig no spade chick. Give me an Ofe every day. When I asked them why, they said white women were sweeter, black women are evil, white women are more understanding, black women are more demanding. One of these things that really infuriated me was when they called black women sapphire. You know how nigga women are sapphire evil, and a lot of these guys would have trampled over my face to get to a white. Even the severely mental side of interracialists like Calvin C. are not unnoticed this. However, I do not think about the personality forces that mobilize most blacks who seek relations with white women are free of ulterior or psychiatric motives. I have in mind those blacks, mostly youth, who journey from Harlem to Greenwich Village every weekend with one purpose in mind, to make some Ofe chick. The Lower East Side of New York, the East Village, is notorious for interracial, bohemian-type weekend parties. White girls make themselves readily available to black boys, and black boys shuffle through the assortment of white flesh like fierce hunters on safari. This sickness, with some thought, went the way of the platform shoes and the afro, never left, and is now more than ever before becoming increasingly more normal. The forbidden fruit African male interracialists seek is a misnomer except as it makes European women more appealing due to the perceived challenge of conquest. Tell these males that they cannot get something that is accept empowerment for the African community. They will climb every mountain and swim every ocean to get it just because. Now, that addresses the forbidden part. But something remains dreadfully wrong with the whole concept. Fruit is supposed to be good for you. But in this case, such victory encourages death to African sensibility. The base attraction that so many African scholars and everyday people alike know about African male, European female liaisons is directly tied to the sexually permissiveness or looseness of European females as compared to their African competition. What's sex got to do with it? When the body rules the head, when the culture promotes its excess, when hormones kick in, everything. Is sex important to a black man? Sex is the only form of gratification within reach for the economically depraved man. He cannot take a weekend cruise. He cannot hide away in his yacht at sea. He finds himself trying to crawl back into the uterus womb for comfort via the warm vagina. The vagina becomes the hideout for black men seeking to escape the woes of life's challenges. On the other hand, the response to centuries of the same racist dehumanization that turned their bodies into baby factories and images into overlay promiscuous beings has been said that black women are always conscious of how they are viewed when it comes to their sensuality and sexuality. Black women are least likely to report rape as a result of sexual promiscuous stigma. Black men view white women as easier to get sexually because they do not play games that black women play. Black women tend to play hard to get as a result of the stigmas regarding their sexual behavior. Black women is least likely to be a sexual freak because of the reputation for being moral and good is important to her. Black woman who becomes an all-out freak is a woman who is trying to compete with the white woman sexually in order to keep her black men. It's worth noting the wisdom of one of our most ancient ancestors, Ptahhotep, who said, "He who is ruled by his appetite belongs to his enemy." If beauty is not standardized according to a European model, but develops out of a natural, unbiased comparison of expected differences in the physical attributes of different peoples, then why are we still looking at them to judge us? If color and features are of no importance and no preference in a particular direction, then why does the vast majority of cosmetic surgery performed on Africans make them appear European? Why the desperate emphasis on thinness, thinner noses, thinner lips, thinner thighs, thinner hips, lesser curl, lighter colored eyes? Why are our plastic and cosmetic changes only one way? Why are these so-called cosmetic alterations almost always in the direction of the look of the ideal European? Why are we willing to accept what we naturally look like as normal and most beautiful only when we have no other choice? Popular hair textures change, color, clothes, excuse me, clothes styles change, and prize-winning physiques change. Only standard facet of beauty that the Europeans consistently projected as universal is white skin. Everything else fluctuates. So that's excuses, the politics of interracial coupling in European culture by Baba, Lingo Living Ancestor, Baba Dr. Nwali Kebamani Rudy. I just wanted to read that. We're here at the hour, and we're going to leave it there for tonight. So thank everybody who will listen to this broadcast. And again, tell a friend that we are here. New Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born, for our people only, for our insurrection, our resurrection, and rise. So thank you for listening. Be for Olier, be to me, Black Power.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. That in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm a African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm a African. I'm a African. I'm a African. I'm a. Let's get
And
back
that
to the
motive is
gritty
best developed by recognizing the common enemy.
Knowledge bone. What's the science, baby?